Hey, Dwight, just wanted to check and see what was happening on the bench in the first half with you and AD, and if you guys got a chance to talk about it either.
Oh yeah, we squashed it right then and there. You know, we just had a disagreement about something that was on the floor. So we both very passionate about winning. We didn't want to lose this game, you know, so we both were just, you know, very passionate. We got it out the way. We grown men, things happen. But we already done talked, squash it. There's no issues between me and him. And that's my brother. That's my teammate. You know, and that's what I told him. So I'm always be here for you, no matter what. I'm always fight for you. I'm going to do whatever I can to help this team win. He said the same thing, you know, so we're good. We squashed it. There's no need to try to make it bigger than something else.
Yeah, enjoyed it in that second quarter. A lot of fouls early. Was it defensive rotations, or what was some of the stuff?
We're just trying to get it together. You know, this is our second game. You know, second real game. You know, and we're gonna get it right. You know, I know a lot of people count us out already. It's early. A lot of people laughing at us and joking, but we're gonna get this thing together. You know, we know what's on the line, and we want to win. We're very passionate. We won number 18, you know, so we're not going to stop. We're going to do whatever we can to get that.
Dwight, do you think that the incident with AD was a result of the frustration from losing the opener, the struggles in this game?
No, we were just upset about a play. We was upset about a play. We both had a disagreement, and, you know, we both just got into our feelings. You know, and it happens. We're grown men, you know. We're trying to figure things out. And, you know, it just looked bad, you know. But other than that, you know, we have no issues with each other. And I don't want nobody to try to make this into an issue between me and AD, or I'm trying to cause a problem with the team, because I'm not. Everybody on the team know what type of energy I bring every single night, regardless if I'm on the bench, if I'm on the court, whatever. I'm the same exact person. I'm never going to change. I'm going to always be up. I'm going to always push my teammates. I'm going to always be positive no matter what. I didn't even say nothing negative to him, you know, that whole exchange, you know. So it just may have looked like it, but that's my brother. And I'm not going to let nobody mess up our relationship.
Wait, when did you guys squash it?
We already squashed it during the timeout. It's over with. Yeah, it's over with.
And when you didn't play in the second half, did you see that?
It had nothing to do with it.
Just in general, it seemed like a really testy game, stuff going on.
Yeah, it was. You know, this is the team that put us out of the playoffs last year, so we was already agitated about that, you know, that they beat us in the playoffs. And, you know, it was like, man, not tonight. We can't let it happen. They beat us in the preseason. We like, nah. Tempers, everybody was upset, but that was just, we just got to control our emotions. And we're going to figure it out. We got 80 more games.
When we talk about controlling your emotions, I mean, they've also gotten arguments with the refs.
Yeah, everybody, you know, even coach, you know, said to us, you know, he got to get better at controlling his emotions. He got a technical foul. He's running on the floor. So we all understand that we got to stay positive, but we also got to stay humble. Stay humble and stay hungry. You know, we're gonna get what we need to get out of this season, but we got to stay humble, got to stay positive, and, you know, things are going to happen in our favor.
Last question. You take a three, you make one, so I'm going to try to match that. And that's why you look at the score and you say, okay, what happened? We try to match your threes, but you're not knocking down the threes. And what they're doing, they're getting offensive rebounds. They're getting second shots. So the Lakers probably got like, 4 points of second shots or something like that. And so you have to get those extra shots when you're not knocking down threes. And then also what hurt them also was when LeBron got his third foul and he wasn't aggressive enough.
Yeah, make no mistake about it. The Suns, it's not by accident that you go to the NBA Finals and you have a 2-game lead. They also defend, great spacing. They can shoot. They have a nice bench. Big Game James, where do you want to begin with this Lakers team?
I mean, it's simple. The Lakers have a lot of work to do. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, we know they got new faces. They got to gel and do all this stuff. But to me, that has to happen for offensive coordination and continuity. Defensively, there's no excuse for this. And there's no excuse to be getting, you know, outscored in the paint the way they have. those are just basic effort things. Offensively, I can see where Westbrook might have some time to gel and all that, but they have yet to really finish their training camp, and it's showing up in these games. So, I think they'll figure it out. It's pretty ugly right now, and Coach Vogel said it's going to take some time. Got some players out, all that, but it's no excuse to play the defense the way they were outmaneuvered, outscored, Ayton in the paint, offensive rebounds, no resistance. So they're going to have to take a strong look in the mirror and say, okay, we know we had training camp and all that, but this is unacceptable to where we're playing at home on the defense.
And James, you are used to seeing the last 2 years where the defense was a top defense in the league. It was versatile. They were able to switch and do a lot of different things scheming-wise. I just don't know yet what this team's going to look like on that side of the ball.
Yeah, the points in the paint thing is really a stunner to me. I mean, it was really bad through 3 quarters. Lakers kind of turned it around late. But I have a couple questions. I mean, what do you do at center? DeAndre Jordan, 2 points, played only 10 minutes. Dwight Howard scoreless, did not play in the second half. Maybe, Frank Vogel says, all right, now's the time. AD, you're the starting center. Their next game is in San Antonio in a couple days. I'm not making moves for Frank, but, maybe it's time to put stuff on the table. And maybe it's time to kind of reconfigure the outlook of this team, the aura of this team. Also, got to talk about the words that were exchanged between AD and Dwight towards the end of the second quarter. Unfortunately for the Lakers, it was very public. It was on their bench. A lot of these things that I've covered over the years, it happens in the locker room, and it has to leak out a day or two later. This was very public, and this will be the headline. Lakers kind of internally uncomfortable, and also the score, their first 2 games, obviously not in their favor at all.
I mean, listen, we all know, everyone played sports, you hit on the head. It's very public. I mean, I remember in college, wanting to fight your best friend during practice, right? I mean, you guys kind of laughed it off because you've seen it so many times when you're in an NBA locker room. But it happened, Rob, right there at the bench. Obviously, frustrations overflowing, right? AD struggling for most of this game. He did get it going a little bit late. Don't know what was said. Don't even want to guess, Rob, but obviously something.
No, we don't want to talk about it because right there, AD, and you see right there, they're still talking about it. AD's trying to explain his point, and Dwight Howard's like, yo, you probably said you didn't have to come at me like that, bro. But it's a certain way when you're trying to be a leader on a team and you're trying to show your dominance on a team, sometimes you get confused on how to do that. And a lot of times everybody's going to probably point the finger at Dwight Howard. But I think AD being the leader on his team, there's a certain way you handle things.
Yes.
And you sit down next to him and you talk to him in his ear. And you don't, get him up and then you grab him. There's certain things because he's a grown man and he's grown. You don't grab another grown man like that unless you in WWE or something like that, MMA. And I know this is frustrating for me because AD wasn't having the night he wanted to have. He shot poorly from the field. Shot great from the free throw line, but poorly from the field. So we're not going to sit here and speculate because we don't know what was said, what was happening. But this is some things that just doesn't need to happen. They need to learn how to handle it the right way.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and as they were entering the half, it looked like they had chatted and talked. So don't go on Twitter and freak out and think the Lakers don't like each other and chemistry's bad.